All right, friends. So we are reading Freckle Juice and we just finished chapter 3. And in chapter 3, we see that Andrew drank the freckle juice. And at the end, it said he waited for something to happen. So now we're going to go to chapter 4 to see what happened. So here we see Andrew. See Andrew? Andrew does not look good. Do you see his face? Oh no. Let's read chapter 4. Pretty soon, something happened, all right. Andrew turned greenish and felt very sick. His stomach hurt. At 4 o'clock, Mrs. Marcus came home. Yoo-hoo! Andrew, where are you? She called. Andrew heard her, but he couldn't answer. He was too weak. He made a small noise. Andrew Marcus, is that you? His mother stood in the doorway of her bedroom. What are you doing in here? I told you to play outside. And why didn't you change your clothes? Didn't I say to change your clothes? Andrew made another noise. Mrs. Marcus looked at his face. Andrew, you're green. Absolutely green. Are you sick? Andrew nodded. He was afraid if he opened his mouth, he'd lose the freckle juice. Oh boy, Andrew is feeling sick. What hurts? Mrs. Marcus asked, feeling his forehead. Oh boy, this is him. This is when Mrs. Marcus came into the room. This is how she found Andrew. Look at his face in the mirror. Yeah, he doesn't look good at all. Andrew moaned and held his stomach. Oh my! Appendicitis? You must have appendicitis. I'm going to call the doctor. No, I better just drive straight to the hospital. No, I'll call the ambulance. Andrew shook his head, but his mom didn't notice. She said, don't move. I'm going to the kitchen to phone. I'll be right back. Andrew rolled around moaning. Mrs. Marcus came back to her bedroom in a hurry. Andrew Marcus, I've just seen that mess in the kitchen. Did you or did you not make something and eat it? Uh-oh. He forgot to clean up. Now she knew. Well, he didn't care. His stomach was killing him. Well, young man, I'm surprised at you. Surprised. Mrs. Burroughs offered you milk and cookies and you refused. Then you came home and made yourself I don't know what and scare me half to death thinking you had appendicitis. I always thought you were more sensible, Andrew. I just can't believe it. Andrew closed his eyes. Now, young man, you are going to bed. Andrew thought that was the best idea he'd heard in a long time. Mrs. Marcus gave him 2 spoonfuls of pink stuff that tasted like peppermint. Then she tucked him into bed. Ooh, Andrew is not doing too good. Oh, what's this? Oh my goodness. Okay, so now Andrew's in bed. I see him there. Oh, I wonder what's going on in this image above. Do you think that's like a nightmare? Let's find out. Maybe the freckles would come out while he was sleeping. Right now, he didn't care much if they ever came out. He hated Sharon. She'd done it on purpose just to get his 50 cents. He'd show her she'd be sorry someday. He drifted off to sleep. He had terrible dreams. A big green monster made him a drink 2 quarts of Freckle Juice 3 times a day. Oh my God, look at this. A big green monster made him drink. A big green monster made him drink 2 quarts of Freckle Juice 3 times a day. That definitely sounds like a terrible dream. Look, that's what he's dreaming about right here. That's a monster that's forcing him to drink 2 quarts of Freckle Juice 3 times a day. Every time he drank it, the monster got freckles, but Andrew didn't. Oh, I see it. You see all the freckles on the monster in his terrible dream, which is a nightmare. Andrew woke up sweaty. His stomach still felt funny. His mother gave him 2 more spoonfuls of that pink stuff, and he fell asleep again. The next day, Andrew stayed home from school. He looked in the mirror once. No freckles. He wasn't surprised. At noon, he drank some hot tea. He wasn't ever going to, let's see. He wasn't ever going back to school. Oh no, what's going on there? Sharon wasn't going to see him without freckles. She thought she was so great. Well, she wasn't going to get the chance to laugh at him. No, sir. So now I see that Andrew doesn't want to go to school because he feels like Sharon set him up and she's going to laugh at him. But the following day, his mother woke up and sang, "Time for school, rise and shine. Don't forget to wash your neck and behind your ears." She pulled the covers off of him. She pulled the covers off him. "I'm not going to school today," Andrew said. "I'm never going to school again." He hid his head under his pillow. "So I've got a school dropout in 2nd grade? We'll have to do something about that. Here are your clothes. I want to see you up and dressed before I count to 15, or you're going to take 3 baths a day, every day, for the next 10 years. Oh, Mrs. Marcus is serious. Uh-oh. Andrew better get it together. Okay, so here we see Andrew at breakfast. Andrew got dressed. He ate a breakfast bun and drank some milk. But he couldn't let Sharon get away with it. He had to do something. I'm going to read that again. Andrew got dressed. He ate a breakfast bun and drank some milk. But he couldn't let Sharon get away with it. He had to do something. I wonder, what do you think Andrew's going to do? Think. What will Andrew do?